Items left behind by migrants on their dangerous journey trying to cross into the U.S. are often called trash.
Well, one man has been collecting it for 13 years. He's gotten a museum at the Smithsonian to display it, as well as exhibitions all across the country.
He tells our border reporter Anastasia Bolton the items are a part of our shared history and should also be included in conversations about the suffering that's happening along the border in places where most people will never see it.
All trash eventually becomes an artifact.
How we see the world around us, the way we label things when working or exploring, largely depends on who we are.
I think in a radically different way than most normal people because of my background in things like archaeology.
Jason DeLeon is a trained archaeologist who teaches anthropology and studies migration. More than a decade ago, DeLeon started collecting items migrants left behind on their journey into the U.S. through Mexico and Arizona's Sonora Desert.
It's a really overwhelming thing to see all of these objects that desperate people had left behind.
What others have called trash, DeLeon sees as worth saving, an artifact that tells a story.
And when someone says, oh, that water bottle in the desert is garbage, my response would be, that water bottle could have been the thing that saved someone's life, or it could have been the last thing that a dead person was holding because they ran out of water. These objects, I think, in some ways, are the kind of permanent evidence that these things were happening, and that, and I hope would prevent the migrant experience from being whitewashed.
Keeping these items and displaying them has to be a part of the conversation, DeLeon says. A conversation that can help us understand the present and preserve it for the future accurately.
I don't want in 50 or 100 years to people to look back and say, well, you know, my ancestors came across the Sonora Desert and it was totally fine. It wasn't that bad. The archaeology tells a radically different story.
With Jose Sanchez, I'm Anastasia Bolton.
DeLeon told us the American History Museum at the Smithsonian has objects that he's collected on permanent display. And the new Latino Museum that's opening at the Smithsonian will also have some of his items.